Hi everyone, a very warm welcome. Thank you for tuning in to yet another video on my YouTube channel called Hey One and Done. The name of course is Asanda Amatlubi. If it's your first time here, well, here's to our many firsts together. Returning subscriber, thank you for choosing this channel once again. In today's video, I'll be showing you how I prepare one of my favorite meals, which is very simple and quickly to make, arguably also very cost effective. You will need diced potatoes. Please make sure not to peel off the skin of the potatoes, as well as your cut butternut. Also, the butternut must still have its skin intact. Next up, you will need a series of spices and herbs, and I will show you all the spices and herbs that I've used to season your potatoes as well as the butternut. Your spices are potato spice, chili flakes, a bit of salt. Your herbs, you'll use parsley, garlic and herb spice, and you also need your butternut roast. You've seen that I have shown them in the video, all the spices that I've used. Next up, you're gonna fill your pot with water, just enough, and then you add your diced potatoes. We will boil the potatoes, but make sure that they're not too soft and not too hard. You need to find the balance, and I find that boiling them for at least 5 minutes at high temperatures gave me the desired results with my potatoes. Don't forget to add the potato spice as well as the salt before you start boiling your potato. With regards to measurements, guys, I'd really like you to season and adjust according to taste. So you'll have to taste your water before you boil the potatoes and see how the salt and the spiced potato balance out. Next up, you will take out your butternut out of the water and then you pat it dry using a paper towel. Next up, you will brush your butternut with olive oil, not too much, not too little, just enough, and then you will season this butternut using the roast butternut spice. Next up, transfer the butternut slices into your baking pan. You can see that in my video, I've covered my baking pan with foil. I find this very effective. After using the pan, I don't have to wash it. I can just remove the foil and throw it into the bin. It's not being lazy, it's called knowing how to manage your time. I had preheated my oven at 180 degrees Celsius for 5 minutes before placing the butternuts inside. Next up, we drain out the water from our boiling potatoes and then we use a knife to stick it in to check if they're not too soft. Remember, you need to find the balance. They shouldn't be too soft and not too hard. Then you go ahead and season them. For seasoning, I used chili flakes, parsley, garlic and herb, as well as the spiced potato in the bowl that I would have transferred my potatoes to from the pot. You then take your spiced potatoes and transfer them into a greased pan, and then you fry under medium heat. Make sure that the heat is not too high or too low. I fried these potatoes for exactly 5 minutes and I found that the skin had browned evenly and perfectly for me. Make sure that when you are busy frying, turning these potatoes, you are not too hard because you don't want to mash them out. You want them to be as rigid as possible. Now that I have your undivided attention, can we talk about these men who supposedly attend imaginary men conferences? And I know that they'll be talking about attending those imaginary men conferences now that Valentine is around the corner. Of course, I lied. This meal ain't gonna change his mind because, baby girl, no one can change anyone's mind. People are who they say that they are, and it's time you believe them the first time around, because you can cook whatever meal is under the sun. If that's his mindset, then it ain't gonna change. And you have one option, honestly. Just prioritize yourself and your happiness and do what's best for you. That's all I gotta say. And hopefully, after enjoying this delicious meal that I've helped you prepare, you'll find the strength to put yourself first, because child, here in this kitchen, I always comes before we. Here we only bend over backwards for people who do the same for us. We don't over exert ourselves for people who wouldn't even lift a finger to reciprocate the energy that we're giving out. And a bit of a side note, if you've already cooked for him and now that Valentine is around the corner, he's starting to talk about attending this imaginary men's conference, you can call me and I'ma help you choke him. I definitely will help you choke him. Next in line is our steak, of course. In this video, you can see that my steak is already marinated. I had already marinated it the day before and kept it in the fridge, but don't be alarmed. I've listed or shown all the ingredients that I used to marinate my steak, and we will be pan frying it in this video. Then into my greased pan, I added a handful of red onions. Why? Well, simply because I can. This is my kitchen and my rules. And then I proceeded to pan fry the steak, and I fried it for exactly 7 minutes using very high temperatures, because I love my steak medium rare. I'll never eat a well-cooked steak. And also, I think we should hold a seminar and invite all the people who insist on eating a well-cooked steak. They need to present their argument. They need to forward their pros, because from where I'm standing, it's only cons, honey. Unless you're trying to choke your enemy, then I don't see why you should be having a well-cooked steak. But that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up, comment, like, share. And I heard somewhere that we don't have Now guys, I heard from a little birdie that we don't have to tell you to subscribe to the channel, because honestly, if you enjoy what you're seeing or what you're watching, then you will hit on that subscription button, which is on the left or on the right, not really sure where it is. But yeah, that's it from me today. I hope you thoroughly enjoy making this meal and you find it delicious. And please let me know in the comments what you thought of the meal. How did it taste? Did you enjoy it or didn't you enjoy it? Also, can the gang that eats a well done steak also drop down their comments and let me know why they insist on doing that? Yeah, but till next time.